quarterback room. There's a lot of depth there now. Maybe more depth than you had last year. Maybe more depth than a lot of college teams have.
Yeah, I mean, experience-wise, that's Kenny's played a lot, and then Nick got in the games and played against Delaware, and then Davis has been here, and then Joey Yellen played against USC when he was at Arizona State and had a year. So, yeah, it's good. Eli's a really good kid and working, so it's a really good room. You worry about sometimes when a guy comes in, and I've had it happen in the NFL, other places that compete, but they're really a bunch of fun guys to be around. They're supporting one another and helping one another on the back end. So, really pleased with what they've been doing.
What are your early observations with Joey?
Yeah, no, he's just learning things that way. We've had short meetings and stuff because of the restrictions, but just getting out, he's running with the thirds and seconds and just the things that way. Said, don't worry about your personnel, and I just go through your reads and everything else. And each day, Friday will be another install, so he's been good, real good.
Big decision for you, and it's months away, is to pick a backup quarterback. Is that something you think about now, or do you
No, I don't. I mean, we're just trying to keep getting better, the same thing, and improving the young guys, getting our starters better on certain things, giving them some different things that we want to be, and then, working the young guys. And I think the young guys the coaches have done a good job getting them ready, so I'm not really worried about that, just competing, and, as I said, we'll have a whole nother install Friday, and then we'll be in pads, and I'll probably go back on the Tuesday when we come back, and kind of the things that we didn't do real well, put those in and add a few more things and get back on the install schedule.
You were on Joey pretty quick after he put in the portal. What did you like about him? What were your first impressions of him? When did you first hear about him?
Well, I knew about him before. I always follow the papers. I have a place in Arizona, and the strength coach that I had at UMass was a strength coach there, and my son's out with the Cardinals. But I'd seen his name and everything else when he came out of high school. I kind of follow those guys, even though I didn't have a shot at him at UMass. But I knew his legacy in high school, and knew that he started. Happened to be watching the game. We were off that Saturday that they played USC, so I happened to see the first half, and I knew that the starter got hurt, Daniels, and then Joey was in there, and I thought, well, this kid's pretty good. And so, when it came open, we tried to get on. We put his name in the portal, and didn't know if you got a shot. You don't know, and then just had a good conversation with him, and it's a dead period, and it came sight unseen. I kind of sold him. I had the same thing happen when 1998 and UMass. We took a kid named Todd Bankhead out of Del Mar, California, and we ended up winning a national championship, and he came sight unseen, so I kind of told him that story, so maybe he believed it, I don't know. So, he's done his homework, smart guy, and good family, and, but I think some people there, just kind of worked out.
When you look back at last season, what do you think? I don't know, it's probably not easy to sum up, but what do you think were some of the biggest issues with the run game, not really ever getting the consistent production you wanted out of it?
We had guys get hurt. That always is a thing. I thought, like early on, we started to do some things, Penn State, and AJ got hurt, then Vince got hurt. Then Sid came back, had a pretty good game. Miami, then all of a sudden he got hurt. So we never really got our rhythm that way. We want to try to run it. I want to be more balanced, there's no question. It makes play calling a lot easier. So I think those things, Vince was a freshman, he did some good things. So they're way ahead of where they were last year at this time. We didn't have anybody with experience when he lost two really great running backs, and with George, another guy. So we're mixing and matching, and we'd like to do a better job that way. It'll help the play action game. It'll help everything. Controlling the ball, and you'd like to be 2nd and 5 a lot of times instead of maybe 2nd and 8. But we'll do whatever we got to do to get it in the end zone.
What does Lucas bring that maybe is different than the guys you had last year, that tight end position?
Yeah, he's 6'6", 260, and can run, so that's a good start. I think he's just a really good kid, and I think he's really – you never know how important football is, and just the times that he's been around. He's in the office all the time. He's a football rat. Just talking coverage today, he missed some things that way, and doesn't get down on himself. He's been a really, really good teammate, and I think Kenny's had a good rapport with him, and excited that he's here. Really, really excited about his future.
What is he showing you so far?
Yeah, I know that he can run. He's fast. He's done some good things, and he's finding his way a little bit that way. I don't think the volume of offense. We're adding a bunch of new plays Friday, and maybe give him a little look in in some of the things with pads. But no, he's been good. He can catch the ball and got speed on the outside, and just a really, really good kid, conscientious, and got a lot of pride. So excited about his future.
Anything final for Coach Whip?
Yeah, it seemed like last year when the offense would struggle or stumble, there were issues that maybe were tied to things like focus, whether it was procedure penalties or drop passes, things like that. As a staff, I mean, how do you address those things? I mean, how do you try to reinforce those things or short up to get guys just to have more focus in the game?
Yeah, those were talked about earlier, and then you let it. It's like if the guy fumbles or interceptions that way. Yeah, the drops. It's just new system. Some of the things happen fast. We played a lot of young guys. We put it up on a board. We had, I think we probably had 55 passes. I think we dropped 2 the other day, Tuesday. So we're better that way. But yeah, control the ball, and coach is doing a better job. The kid's doing a better job. We had some young guys at the end of the year, which is should make us better now as we go forward, and a new system. And I tend to probably do more than most maybe at college, but I just feel that's the way to go to get these guys prepared. We have a lot of offense, and the second year you can just tell the speed and the way we're functioning, how we do things. Nobody's asked me about how you call plays like last year, so the guys just know what the signal, some things that way. So just the communication's better all amongst all the guys, and we got a really good coaching staff on the offense. The assistants do a really good job with the players, makes my job easy.
Coach, thank you very much.
Okay.